Good morning, everyone. I am so happy that you are here. Today, we're going to talk about using templates from the resource library to create resources for your students that go along with lesson plans or any projects that you create yourself. So during the month of November, we do a lot of talking about turkeys. And there are several lesson plans that call for a turkey template. But if you hand them this template, it's kind of already completed and it doesn't give them much of a chance to be creative. So I just printed and laminated it so I had an example. And then I traced it on brown paper. And then I would talk to my students and I would say things like, what are the differences you see between this turkey and this turkey? And I let them tell me. Their response may be colored feathers, this turkey may have eyes. Any response is going to help build on that vocabulary. And then we're going to brainstorm, well, what could we use to decorate our turkeys? What are some supplies we have in the classroom? And their responses may be paint, markers, glue, feathers, wiggly eyes, and it could be silly. It could be Play-Doh, shaving cream. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to say, okay, well, what would you use the shaving cream for? How would you use that on your turkey? And let them answer those open-ended questions and even let them try that with their turkey. We always want to keep in mind that our preschoolers and toddlers artwork is more about the process than the product. It doesn't have to be a cookie cutter cute turkey to have effective, meaningful value for our students. The other thing that I always like to mention is that you can use the resources in the resource library to create your own lesson plans. So this month, one of our focus letters is the letter P. And one of the graphics is a pepperoni pizza. And so I was thinking, oh, that would be so much fun. We're talking all about food. We're going to read the book Turkey Trouble. And at the end of the book, he orders a pizza. How could I incorporate that into my lesson plans? And so I decided to print out the letter P and create a letter P template. And you can use this several ways. You could print this on brown paper and have your students cut it. You could print a copy and have them trace it and cut it themselves. Depending on where they are developmentally with that skill, this can be as open-ended as you want it to be. And then I thought, oh, how about we make a shape pizza so we can talk about the shape of the month, which is a triangle. And we're also using the letter P. So I just took the templates of shapes from the resource library that I would use to make a pepperoni pizza. And I'm gonna cut them out beforehand, but you definitely could print them on colored paper and have your students cut them out so that they could use it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show each of my students the shape. I'm gonna ask them if they remember what shape it is, what color that shape is, and then I'm gonna show them an example of my pepperoni pizza. Now, then I'm gonna compare. I'm gonna say, I'm looking at my pizza and I see this red circle. What's different about this circle? And obviously, well, you may get one is large, one is small, or one's on the pizza, one is off the pizza, and just let them go through that. And then you would say, okay, well, if you wanted to make your pepperoni smaller, what is something you could do? And you may have answers like, you can rip the pepperoni, you can cut the circle. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the rectangles. This is the rectangle that I got. How do you think I could make the cheese for the pizza? And again, maybe you'll get answers like, oh, rip the rectangle, or cut the rectangle, or make squares. And then after our pepperoni pizza has dried, we're going to take our letter P and we're gonna glue it to our pizza. So we have a letter P pizza. This was not a lesson plan. It was something that I just thought of. So I'm gonna go into the favorite section or the lesson search, I'm going to create this lesson and add the open-ended questions. I'm going to use the drop-down bar to make all the supplies, and now I've created a lesson plan that I can put into my weekly lesson grid using the Funnydaffer resources that already exist, and I can attach all of my educational standards, all of my supplies, all of my learning goals, and my age groups and themes. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helped.